KZ end up with a -5 in a minute?
Hard 30 tonight.
First of all, I don't believe in numbers.
Don't get fooled. The sound of the final buzzer means it's hangover time. So grab a drink and join your host, Alphonse Sidney, for a Miami Heat Beat post-game show.
Heat lose, but I'm not even gonna fucking talk. I'm not gonna start with that. I'm not gonna rant about the Heat losing. I'm not gonna rant about the fucking Yurt-Bam lineups. We'll get to that shit because terrible. There's not a lot to take away from this game where you don't have a single playmaker outside of Kyle Lowry. Like no Depot, no Jimmy, no Gabe. I'm not gonna get too far into it. Duncan looked like crap. Max Strus looked like crap. I don't expect that to last long. But Bally Sports.
Say it.
Bally Sports.
Poor Taché.
I love you, Jeremy Taché. But for the love of God, get your shit together. Like, are we still doing this with Bally Sports? Like, are we still doing this? You can't figure out how to broadcast a Miami Heat game in South Florida. I guarantee you, none of the bullshit you throw on your channel gets as many fucking eyes as a Miami Heat game, a preseason game at that. And you can't figure out how to broadcast that shit? Get your shit together, Bally Sports. Holy shit. Why are we still here with you motherfuckers? Like, what is the goddamn problem? Is someone not pressing a button? Is there a lever not being fucking pulled? Like, you need better Wi-Fi? What the fuck is your problem, Bally Sports?
Tell them.
Like, gee, like, come on, bro. I'm in Boynton Beach. I'm not in fucking Jacksonville.
Might as well be.
Goddamn Savannah, Georgia. I'm in Boynton Beach, Florida. You got me watching the Tampa Bay Rays rain out. Like, the rain delay broadcast. Gee, I'm not joking. I was watching a rain delay broadcast instead of the fucking Heat game. Like, come get your shit together. And then they want to blame Xfinity? Like, what the fuck, bro? Come on. And the thing is, like, you can't. I watch Xfinity cable all day long. Provide me with entertainment 24/7. Gives me my high-speed internet. Like, you motherfuckers have a shitty track record. A horrible track record. Like, you ain't gonna pawn this off on Xfinity. Like, y'all known for fucking up. Even if this is Xfinity's fault this time, it's still your goddamn fault. Take me out, G. Fucking A, bro.
You are so right. I don't know if this happened to anyone else, but in the second half, my audio got distorted, and when they finally it was like midway through the third quarter. It was like the Bam on a bio, like slow and deep, and then after start the fourth quarter, it was delayed for like a minute and a half,
bro. Like, and then they say. I literally the Bally Sports fucking social media person tweeted at me, watch it on the app. You mean that shitty first generation app y'all got? Like back when you used to have to remember when you used to pay for apps, like way back in the fucking day, 99 cents? Like they have like the first fucking app ever created. It is the worst goddamn app of all time. Watch on the app. Motherfucker, you watch on the app. I pay for goddamn cable. Watch on the app. Anyway, I am Alphonse Sidney, a.k.a. Alf954. Welcome back. Whatever season this is of Hangover Time. 3, 4, 5, whatever. I don't know. Welcome back to Hangover Time. It's preseason. We are in preseason form. I am Alphonse Sidney. Thank you so much. If you're watching on Twitch Live, we love you. Thank you so much. Send us your subscriptions. Send us your bits. We're going to be doing this shit all season. We are going to give you guys some updates on what's happening with Hangover Time this year. It is going to be different than any other year we've done Hangover Time. Why? One, I'm having a baby. Two, most importantly, the pandemic's over, according to Joe Biden, and motherfuckers out in these streets again, and nobody wants to do this shit every game anymore. So we're going to tell you guys what we're doing towards the end of the show and how we're going to carry Hangover Time this season. And if you're watching on YouTube, we love you. Thank you for watching YouTube. It is a visual medium. Thank you so much. But if you really want to get the most out of the show, catch us live on Twitch post-game. It is the best. The chat be lit. We be having a great time. And if you are downloading the podcast, I will try to make this as audio friendly as I can for you. But you're missing my stupid expressions. You're missing my hand movements. You're missing me giving the finger to fucking Bally Sports right now. Everyone except Jeremy Taché, I love you, bro. You bought my Xbox. You're the best. Anyway, random, right? I love my random connections to South Florida media personalities. Like I'm cool with Chris Cody, cool with Roy Bellamy. I sold my Xbox One to Jeremy Taché. Like I am like the worst. I am like the lowest level South Florida sports celebrity.
You became friends with Joy Taylor by fighting with her about gender.
I went to a Giants game with Will Manso. Like I have like it's just I.
You went to a Panera with Mark Hochman.
I did. I had lunch at Panera with Mark Hochman. I did a radio show with Ethan.
These name drops, man. This is like
I argued at a barbecue with Chris Perkins. Like I just have the worst. But anyway, let's go ahead and
it's not even A-lister.
It's like
no. It's just like I'm telling you, I'm the weirdest.
Is Will
like
Manso the biggest name?
Will Manso and Mark Hochman probably
only because they think it's Isadano.
Chris Cody's bigger than Mark Hochman now.
Shout out to Chris Cody.
Yeah,
shout out to Chris Cody. Like honestly, so proud of that fucking dude. Roy Bellamy, come on. Mike Ryan hates me, but always like comes on the show if I request it. Weird fucking tertiary connections I have. Anyway, let's find out what all the people here tonight are drinking. Don't do it. Don't do it. It sounds awful.
It's too loud. It's too loud.
I've never even heard this music. What is this?
Yeah,
I don't know. This is what I have that says drinking.
Yeah. Oh, it's like the early part.
Okay, I hear it now. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Brass lets it play.
Yeah, no, Brass is listen.
Somebody said new song. Yeah. Anyway.
New season, baby. Production. Quick, couple quick shout outs. Shout out to King Barros 89 for resubscribing with Prime. Cal AU for another resubscription with Prime. They've been subscribed for 14 months. It's pretty crazy. Just Jared resubscribed with Prime as well, and Fez Butter did during the pregame show. So shout out to Fezzy.
Someone said, don't forget my Twitter beef with Tony Brothers. Man, remember that got squashed really quickly when he just talked about his charitable
philanthropy.
Works with single mothers, and it really made me feel like a piece of shit. Someone said, shout out to my Spo McDaniel tweet when they let Tyler Herro back in the game. I said Spo should be in prison. Anyway, G, what are you drinking tonight, and why is it Tanqueray?
Listen, I don't have any alcohol because my blood pressure is through the roof. I'm not feeling well.
So is mine.
So, I'm not on medication yet. I'll see what my cardiologist has to say. It's why I've been a little bit of off the beaten path lately. I've been real not feeling well. So hopefully, by Monday we'll get back to drinking. But tonight, no, nothing.
Turn the music off.
Why?
Yeah, no more. Because everyone's complaining about
too
it.
Loud.
Yeah, that comment. I was laughing at that comment too. Alf worked on single mothers for years.
It's true.
Wait, why is chat saying? Remember when you made Wes Matthews retire?
I don't know. Honestly, I don't remember.
I don't even remember that.
I'm not surprised. I'm not shocked when they say stuff like that. I'm like, I probably said something ridiculous. Frankie, what are you drinking tonight? Are you drinking?
Yeah, I'm drinking a Yingling. I had to grab something. Don't really have much to the weekend. Shout out to the comment that said Bally Sports using Kenny's Wi-Fi.
Chad also calling me fat.
I love that you have a eat the shirt, rich shirt, but it only says eat the because of the camera.
Everyone thought it was eat the flan. Bro.
I fucking love flan. Flan is like my favorite dessert.
Listen,
Who doesn't love flan?
Right now, everybody on this podcast loves flan. Like calling G-Fat right now. Like, listen, this ain't this ain't the most fit crew of all time. But
this is a hypertension squad.
Exactly. We're all in preseason for it.
We ain't passing no conditioning test.
No. Kyle Lowry, what up? I'm drinking vodka and tonic. If you're watching the pregame show, my boy Marcus came over and just walked into the fucking room while I was
mid-show.
Classic Marcus.
It was good. We had really good graphics. Somebody asked who we packing up already, which gets to my first point. I fucking hate the Yurt-Bam lineup. I'm saying it like it's early. I know they could fucking shock me. When Jimmy Butler's there, it could look a whole lot different. I hate it. Like all the defensive versatility that you have with Bam at the 5 and a 4 that can shoot, and all like the dynamics that brings, and the way the offense flows, the way the defense flows, the way that Bam just dominates all over the floor. Like all that is taken away because you just have this slow-footed motherfucker just getting in the way all the time. And like I like Yurt. I want it, honestly, if you ask me who should be the backup 5, it should be Yurt. Yurt looks a lot better than Dedmon right now. And Dedmon's had a long time to rest up and heal, and he still doesn't look totally right. And that's hard to say as a show that, like, we built a lot of what we do off of Dwayne Dedmon. Like, we love Dwayne Dedmon. But if I'm watching right now, Yurt is the best backup 5. But him and Bam, like, Frankie, it just did not – it doesn't – I haven't yet to see it work. Everybody wants to tell me how in theory it can work, but it does not work in practice.
You're just slower than G's metabolism.
Thank you, commenter.
I don't think it can work with the style of play that they were running. They can't play their regular style. They can't run. They can't play fast. They can't stand around. They need to run sets with the big lineups and run a lot of DHOs and off the ball, run some flares, get the off ball help moving. The problem is when Jimmy's gets in, they're going to ignore him off the ball mostly as a shooter, and it's going to be difficult. You can tinker, but Spo's going to have to coach him that lineup completely different than he coaches all the other lineups. So I still think they should try some stuff out with that because they need lineup versatility. They have to find a way to play against bigger lineups. And the Bucks are the cream of the crop in the East right now. Boston's can play big lineups effectively, and they need an answer to that.
G, you have why is Kenny so horny? Yes. G brought that.
We're addressing that internally.
G bought that shirt thing and it said "Eat the rice." Agreed. G, what do you
go to church?
G, what do you think? Because and you're with me. You're on my side where G's metabolism not fast enough to digest the rich. G, what do you think? Because I think you're on my side with it. That this is like Carla Tiana said it. They look disjointed. It doesn't look fluid. Frankie's saying you have to change their offense to accommodate the two bigs. Like honestly, why anybody would change their offense to accommodate Yurt blows my fucking mind. Like it blows my mind. Like the offense that got you the 1 seed last year, the offense that got you the Eastern Conference Finals. Let's change it up to accommodate Yurt. Like, blows my mind because a lot of people say, oh, we needed more size in the Boston series. No, we didn't. We needed shooting. We needed people that could hit open shots. Like, everyone loses. And we did this about the Lakers in the bubble. Oh, they could have used more size. They played Dwight Howard off the floor. Mm-hmm. They made the Lakers go small. They made Anthony Davis go to the 5 and LeBron to the 4. Like, they did that.
Yeah.
Like, so this idea that they need size is so wild to me. They need shooting. And this lineup, like that starting lineup tonight, did not have enough shooting. They got off to a slow start, and they were never able to catch up.
I think when you go big, you want to accomplish usually one of two things. One of them is correcting rebounding. Typically defensive rebounding, because maybe your defense is getting a lot of stops, but you're not securing boards and you're just getting killed, getting teams easier baskets, because an offensive rebound putback is a lot easier than most shots. The other thing you might want to do is, kind of space the floor, juice your offense with the floor spacer, kind of get a big out of the paint. These two big lineups for Miami don't really accomplish the second one. And the first one, while their rebounding wasn't great last year, I don't think I don't think that was ever an Achilles heel of like why they weren't successful when they weren't being successful. I think that at times in the regular season against like really springy young teams, they look kind of flat. Minnesota is one of them. I know like Vanderbilt like jumped all over them and stuff like that. But in the Boston series, it's like you said, they really couldn't score. Their guys were hurt. They weren't getting any kind of outside shooting. So Boston was able to kind of help off certain parts of the floor and really shrink the court for Miami. Yurt doesn't allow Bam to do things that I think people want him to do. I think if anything, it makes it more difficult, because if you watch the way that the spacing on the floor is, it's like kind of awkward because Yurt isn't really a respected shooter, so he's getting helped off of. And when he's kind of floating in the dunker spot, it just like Bam is rolling into help, or Yurt is rolling into help because like Bam's not a respected shooter. And then on defense, Alf, I don't know if you saw this, Bam is not the guy defending the pick and rolls, right? And I think it makes sense to have Yurt in a drop and have Bam kind of scramble behind and play kind of free safety and protect the rim. I think when you take Bam out of those sets, maybe it's good to preserve him long term. But when games count, you want Bam to defend as many important actions as possible. And I think you're letting teams off the hook. Like when Edwards comes off of the pick and he sees Yurt, that's like a clear lane because, like you said, Yurt's like a little slow. So I think that's kind of everything at play. And I just don't think Yurt's the kind of big you want to pair with Bam.
No, and I think we've been saying it. And like, I think I've fallen into this, like, okay, fine, guys. I want, I will acquiesce. I hope Yurt does well. And I do. I hope Yurt plays well. Like, I do want him to play well because I'm rooting for the Heat. But to me, like, how many times do we have to see it not work before we just admit the shit don't work? You know what I mean? Like, what are we doing? Okay. So, let's get off the negatives, which is Yurt. And I just want to reiterate. I want to reiterate for Christian Hernandez. If someone can cut this, clip this, send it to Christian.
Oh, he's in the chat.
No, Chris is mad.
Oh, good. The negative is Yurt, Chris.
He said, like, what was PJ a respected shooter? Well, no, that's why and that's
why like
that's what killed their season.
That's what killed them. Like, what are we doing? Like,
that's literally what we're talking about.
Yeah, and he was a much more respected shooter than Yurt. And then everyone wants to talk about Bam being more aggressive. How can he be more aggressive with Yurt's big ass sitting in the fucking middle the whole time?
Did you guys see that Yurt couldn't even like get a handoff? Like, he's just not like Duncan was trying to come off, and like the ball denial was like pretty okay for Minnesota, and Yurt and Duncan were just not able to like connect on that. And like that's a red flag. Like PJ is really physical with that, and so is Bam. So to Kelly and those guys, like they figured it out, and just Yurt is just not there anywhere else.
Just
on the
revamp the whole offense to fit Yurt.
Pretty.
We got to get Yurt in there. So
he has good hands though, Alf. Like he has really good hands. I think he could be a legit backup five for them. I just don't think
he's better than Dedmon at this point.
Yo, rest in peace.
I'm gonna give you that. I don't know what else to tell you. Like, he should be the backup five. But this whole idea of playing him with Bam to open up Bam's game, like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, what are you watching? Like, what are you watching? Like, you want Bam to sit at the 3-point line that badly that you want a fucking 7-foot stiff in the middle? Like, what are we doing? Like, what is like? I just don't know what the end game for people. Oh, you got to open up Bam's offense. You don't know what you're talking about. You're not saying anything that fucking makes any sense. Like Yurt isn't opening up anyone's offense. Like, that is not what Yurt does. Yurt is big. He's in the middle, and he'll get you. Like today, they out rebounded the fucking the Timberwolves. They had 16 offensive rebounds because their offense was shit. They were missing shots left and right. Like, it was just not. It wasn't like. And I don't know. I'm sorry. Like I keep hearing, it's going to open up Bam's offense. Like, what are you talking about? Like,
I love how many
fucking sense.
Yurt's offensive rebounds. He gets so many of them that are just his.
Yeah,
He just misses a layup and gets
he's
it.
fucking playing volleyball at the goddamn backboard. Oh,
and then
It's
and
pretty
then Christian's
genius.
like, he had 15 rebounds today. It's just, it kills me. Like,
He was like minus 19, Frankie.
oh yeah, I mean, I don't really care about that because it's a preseason game. Like, you're not playing your starters most of the game. Kyle played 16 minutes. Like that, the plus minus doesn't matter today. 6 fouls for Yurt was really bad. He does look slow, really stiff.
6 fouls in 27 minutes because the motherfucker can't move his feet. Like, yeah. Okay, 27 minutes in a fucking preseason game. He fouled out of the game. You want him to start. Like, think about it. Like, think about what the fuck you're saying.
Yeah. I mean, it's fine if he does, if you have him as like a spot starter, and like if he plays like 3 minutes and then he gets the bench big lineups, you go small and speed out just to save a little bit of Bam and then go in the playoffs, you go Bam at the 5 all postseason. You just got to save these guys because we saw last season, the regular season doesn't matter. Home court doesn't matter to this team. They lost 3 straight home games. It doesn't fucking matter. It does not matter to me. This is all about preserving your stars and getting Bam and Tyler to their maximum potential. And both of them looked really good today. Can we talk about them?
Yes. Can we? Okay. I'm sorry. I've been 20 minutes on negative Yurt talk. Like, do you see what Christian Hernandez has done to this show? I blame Christian. Someone say Yurt clogs things up more than G's arteries.
Oh, come on, man.
Let's go to the Gaga guy of the game and let's celebrate. Let's celebrate Bam a little bit. All right, guys. Remember, we're in preseason form. There's no brass jazz here, so I have no fucking idea what we're playing first.
You wanted the Bam play.
Don't blame me. Here it goes. On your head. I love this because it was right after he hit a fucking 3. And show the 3. Let's show the 3.
So let's play one more time. Look at that. Look at that roll action. That empty side pick and roll.
Let me tell you something. Like, I know Max didn't have a great game shooting, but I feel better every time Max is on the floor.
Yeah.
Like, I just feel like we have athleticism, we have energy.
I just wish he could finish through fucking contact.
Yeah, he's looking for the foul. He's not getting it yet.
That's what's next.
Look at that pass. Ugh.
Look at that.
Beautiful.
Okay.
That was with no point guard on the court.
Yeah, that's another thing we need to talk about with the outcome of this game. You know, they had nobody who could play make outside of Kyle Lowry. Which play is this? I don't even know.
I believe this
is
the
Tyler.
Oh, this was a nice little scoop shot. He got, first of all, I think he scored 22 points tonight.
Yeah.
He had about another 6 points that they did not call fouls on. Because that's a foul right there.
Yeah.
But apparently this local fucking high school gym motherfucker that was playing for the Timberwolves, McConaughey, whatever the fuck his name was.
Gerald. He looks like a guy named Gerald.
Yeah, Gerald McConaughey. I don't know what his name is. Don't say his real name. I don't give a fuck.
I kept laughing because every time like a random Minnesota Timberwolves checked into the game, I'm like, there's no way Alf knows who this person is.
Bro, first of all, he's wearing high socks and black Air Forces. All right, so that means he's a criminal.
White socks.
Then,
whoa.
Yeah, I said it. I said what I said. And then honestly, he plays in local high school gyms, and he fouled the shit out of Tyler Herro.
He totally did.
But Tyler was finishing through contact tonight. That was really exciting to see.
He was looking for it too. He wasn't doing that floater shit. He wasn't fading away. He was going through it and trying to finish.
And they did not give him the fucking foul calls. Someone says too soon, Alf. It's okay.
We have this.
Tyler's defense was good. Oh, here it goes, right here. Let's get more of that shit going.
That's a rhythm 3, like as a trailer. That's really good. That's what I like to see.
No hesitation too.
Yeah, that was going up all the way.
He knew. He's like, okay, I'm open. I'm taking this.
Alf, who was on the pass?
Oh, let's watch that again. I started looking at the chat. Was it Duncan?
Yeah.
Oh, listen, 98.9% of Duncan Robinson's assists are to Bam Adebayo.
I test.
That's why I do. Yeah, someone check me on that, but I'm pretty sure I'm right.
Having the guy, it's not
Good find by Duncan too.
Can we talk about how Bryn Forbes took Duncan Robinson's contract personally?
There was a point in the game where I think Duncan was making more than the other 9 players combined.
Bro,
probably.
Bryn Forbes was like, it's like he hated Duncan Robinson's guts. Like every time he saw Duncan, he fucking scored on him. Like, it was ridiculous. Like,
It was pretty funny.
First of all, I don't know why Duncan Robinson's guarding Bryn Forbes. Because, like, with the lineups, like, he was the best player on the floor. Like, who says, hey, Duncan, guard the best offensive player? Like, who made that call? But
Mark Garrett's job.
Best coach in the NBA.
I want to know what Bryn Forbes makes, because I'm telling you, he's upset about Duncan's contract.
Whatever it is, it's too much.
No, whatever it is, it's not enough, because he deserves more than Duncan Robinson. He was like, I'm telling you,
on a minimum.
2.2.
He is
2.29.
He is fucking angry about Duncan Robinson's contract. It was obvious. I think how many points did he score tonight? 19 or something? 30? 15 points.
Yeah.
Every single point was on Duncan Robinson. Every single one. I'm telling you.
He got the line 6 times.
Yeah, and every time those were all Duncan fouls.
They were all Duncan fouls. They literally were.
Bro,
Jesus,
it was
Christ.
amazing. I was watching this like, yo, he's cooking Duncan. Jesus Christ, it was fucking hilarious.
Poor Dunk, man. Poor Dunk. I do think that, like, if they, to figure out the Duncan rotation minutes, if he's going to get them, which I imagine he will, they got to find ways to just make him play with Bam, and maybe Max can play more with Jimmy, and Duncan play more with Bam. Or maybe just play Max and Duncan together. Anything to avoid Duncan Tyler lineups. And maybe starting Tyler is a way also, Alf, and something I hadn't thought of until now, to really separate themselves from those bad Duncan Tyler lineups. And you play.
You know what? I wasn't mad at the Duncan Max minutes. I thought they were good defensively. The problem was, and this is why tonight is the reason I started with the Yurt stuff is because that is a starting lineup with Jimmy missing time. Duncan will look great in the Kings jersey. Yes, he will. And I love Duncan. Don't get me wrong. I'm not doing the whole pack him up thing. I just think eventually you have to do something with his contracts. But like, the reason I'm harping on the Yurt thing is because this is something we could actually see, right? Because Jimmy is going to miss time. And if Jimmy misses time, and the solution is to bring Caleb in and Yurt, like, we could see the starting lineup. I don't think we'll ever see it again after tonight. I hope not. But I want us to look at that and say, like, to me, you keep Caleb at the 4 and you bring in Max. I personally don't even understand. I don't see why Caleb is playing over Max. I'd play Max at the 4 to start the game and just run these motherfuckers.
You're crazy.
Why? What is this idea that Caleb Martin is such a better defender against other 4s? Like, what are we doing?
Because he's more athletic and he's a little longer, and I think that he just provides a little more. He's just better defensively too, so he provides a little more resistance.
What did Max not prove in the playoffs last year?
No, I thought Max was good, and I'm not saying that, but like I don't think that I don't think we should take that and say, okay, well, it's not just like the guarding 4 straight up. It's the idea of, like, can Max switch 1 through 4 like as well as Caleb, and I think Caleb really excels. Like, if they run a 1-4 pick and roll or something, he can get on the guard and really bother them. I think Max, you want Max on bigger guys, not smaller ones, and then it kind of makes your switching more complicated.
Yeah, I wasn't paying attention to what you said because I was reading the
That's
chat.
fine, yeah.
Because
they can pop with Max. Come on, let's go all day.
The whole idea that there's such a huge difference between Max and Caleb. The difference is what Max can do offensively, and, like, honestly, it doesn't even bother me that much. Like, but what I would say is, if Jimmy's not going to play, I want Max in for Jimmy, right? And I would rather, let's stick with what if we're going to play small, let's play small. because I don't like this idea of if Jimmy can't play, let's go big, because holy shit, it looks fucking terrible. I didn't get to say this one. G's tattoo is a barcode from a honey bun.
You called it a scrotum with electrical tape when I got it.
Yeah.
I'll never forget that.
I'm sorry. Now I feel bad.
It's fucking mean to me, man.
It does look like
That's French.
Show it. Scrotum with electrical tape. Am I wrong?
I gotta get it touched. I gotta get it touched up. It's been.
No, you know you have to get it removed.
It's
we need to talk about Jovic, though. We need to get into
why. What are we talking about?
Your son, bro. Your son.
My son. He looks good.
He looks like a teenager. Like he looks like he's in
high
high
school.
school.
He is a teenager.
He was a +3 tonight.
Higher plus minus than Yurt. Let's talk about it.
So the two worst tonight were my favorite two targets. Someone said your tattoo looks like a ringworm, which is true. Is it a shake weight?
Damn,
the two worst plus minuses were Omer Yurt-7 and Haywood Highsmith. My two favorite fucking targets.
Don't you dare talk about Haywood Highsmith. I love him.
Oh yeah,
me and Tiff.
He showed us something. What the fuck did he show you?
I don't know.
I saw something from Haywood. First of all, I rewound that fucking pass that everyone said was a great pass to Max. That shit almost went out of bounds if Max didn't fucking save it. It was a goddamn awful pass. Go back and watch that pass that everyone said, oh, that was a great pass to Max. It was a shit pass.
Alf,
and it ruined a fucking fast break.
Alf, what number is Highsmith?
I don't give a fuck.
I don't know.
Exactly. You got the wrong guy.
No, the one you got, everyone was saying was a great pass to fucking Max on the fast break.
I'm betting it was no, it wasn't on the fast break. See?
Or whatever. It was a pass to Max because I'm sitting next to Marcus like, that was a great pass by Highsmith. I was like, no, it wasn't. We rewound it. We rewound. Oh, I'm drinking too much. We rewound it, and you looked, it was a shit pass. Right. Awful. No, it wasn't here. It was here. Like, he saved it from going out of bounds.
I don't know what you think, but Sunshine Pumper Leif said Haywood Highsmith's going to be the PJ Tucker remix this year.
Yeah, in the fact that he'll play for 12 fucking NBA teams before his career's over. Whoa. I'm sorry.
Do you remember when Christian and I
I hate when we do this shit with such mid fucking players.
We did it with Chris
that
Silva.
motherfucker was just out here running around in circles.
Chris Silva played some minutes, and Christian and I went on air, and we're like, "Hey, they have something here," which means nothing.
Motherfuckers out here be playing fucking just getting cardio in, and we be like, "Oh, look at him," Haywood Highsmith. Like I'm watching him. He don't even run like a fucking professional athlete. I'm gonna stop. I'm being mean. Shorts are too high.
The Orlando guy, I liked him. He was like Harry Potter 2.0.
Orlando Robinson.
Yeah.
He just needs a little bit of weight on him.
Is he Hispanic?
No,
I've never met a non-Hispanic named Orlando.
His name's Robinson.
Orlando Robinson. Yeah,
I'm trying not to be mean. Like you guys, like I'm trying to be nice, but come on, Haywood Highsmith.
I think the preseason's fun because Heapy typically just shits on all the people we know aren't going to play. Like Marcus Garrett, not an NBA player. Let's be real. That guy fucking sucks.
Like Marcus Garrett is the greatest defender I've ever seen. Who's drop off offensively? Like he has the biggest gap between offense and defense I've ever seen in my life. Like anytime he touches the ball offensively, I cringe. But like when he's on ball, holy shit, man!
I know, and it's like I get why they keep him on the team, but I'm like, bro, he's just not an NBA player. Like I watched him, I was like, God damn, bro.
Kenny says, I'm trying not to be mean after 33 minutes of being mean. I'm sorry, man. Y'all do this to me. Y'all see a mid motherfucker running around doing laps and like, oh,
who was
I
the
see
guy?
Something. What'd you see? Cardio?
Who was the guy that you
wind? Like, what do you see?
Alf, who was the player that you traded or that you sent to a different country? Was it Max?
I think I did. I think I said no, but
I think you deported Max.
Yeah, you called him German.
No, it was or Scandinavian.
But I always liked Max. Come on, like stop.
You did.
I did, but like
that's a lie.
You said like these are like the worst minutes I've ever seen in my life.
No, what I did is I liked Max, and then what happened is everyone got really too. Because I started the Struce caboose. I was like the Struss bus because I didn't know how to say his name, and then someone said his name was Struce. I said it's the Struce caboose. So like, I was always on the Struce train, if you will.
No, this is what happened.
People went too crazy.
He had an awful first preseason game. We all made fun of him. Nikias made fun of him, and his second game he went off, and then we all switched it to bagging on Nikias. Wow, Nikias. We all flipped it. We took the opportunity. We all did it. All of us.
People don't know that
Hangover Time. That was all of us.
Heapbeat invented making fun of Nikias. We're the only ones that have the guts to do it.
Is this what was Bam Epke Udo?
Yeah.
He said if you needed a backup big, just sign Ekpe Udo.
And
that sound is funny because both Alex and Nikias are horrified of the pick, and Nikias is the only one that gets slandered because Alex is equally upset.
See, and here's what I do.
No drop of baby slander.
I wait for them to play, and then I slander them. I never slander draft picks.
I slander Precious out the gate.
Me too.
That's the only one I slandered out the gate. I don't watch draft footage, but I was like, I don't want this dude.
I didn't want Precious because of his name. I didn't want him to do that. I didn't want to call him.
I don't want him because all the OAN.
Yeah, he followed all the right wing shit.
Yeah.
But what about we haven't talked about Tyler Herro at all.
I was trying to. Tyler, his defense was the most surprising. Took a charge.
And Kenny's likes.
That
was a visual joke.
Boom.
Tyler was taking charges. He was getting deflections. He was competing, fighting over screens. He looked completely different.
No, honestly, the defense to me tonight was because I made fun of Kenny the other day when he was like, Tyler Herro's defense isn't as bad as people say it was. I'm like, bro, yes, it was. Like honestly, like, let's stop. You know what I mean? It's like I defend Duncan all day long. And I'm not going to sit here and tell you his defense was good in the playoffs. It was god-awful. Like, his defense tonight was god-awful. But, like, Tyler's defense tonight, like, stout. I'm not saying he was, like, a great defender. But, like, he did what he had to do defensively to not, like, be a liability.
He did great against Minnesota's third string.
Listen. There are times against third strings, like it doesn't matter. Sometimes Tyler looks bad against anybody. Tonight, he stood up, like, and I'm okay with that.
Duncan looked bad against the third stringer, so it's no slander here.
Listen, Duncan looked awful tonight, and I'm gonna chalk that up to the fact that outside of Kyle Lowry, there wasn't a single playmaker on the floor tonight. Like, if you don't have Jimmy Butler, you don't have Gabe Vincent, and you don't have Victor Oladipo, you're missing a lot of play creation right there. What happened? What are you guys laughing at?
An account. Why is Kenny so horny? Tweet put in chat. Kenny's favorite plays are horn sets. Can you explain all the Kenny horny jokes for the audience?
He's like,
no, there was a weird account that said, "Oh, look at Kenny's likes. He likes porn." First of all. And then, like, to me, I was like, oh, shit, I bet Kenny got some gold in them likes. And I went through Kenny's likes. It wasn't even that bad. First, okay.
It wasn't even porn.
First, to not like Kenny enough to create a burner account to call him out for liking porn, and then for him not to even be liking porn, like, that is, like, the weird, like, listen, I've had some burner accounts come after me. One of them was called Alpha About 30, man. I guess it was like a play on the fucking old Neil Rogers shit. And I'm like, when they made that account, I was like 39. I was like, bro, you could have said I was 40. It would have been way funnier. But like the whole, like, that account that was going after Kenny Spence, Heatbeat, Hangover Time co-host, getting attacked on Twitter. It was just really, really weird, really fucking weird.
It's also kind of funny because, like, I don't know, it's just funny. It's like,
I hope no context gets G's. I didn't actually even see any areola.
No, like, I saw one. There was like the tip of an areola. It could have been
it was like the shadow. It
could have been a sunspot. Like, I have no fucking idea. And like I was so disappointed. Like, I was like, oh, come on, man. I thought I was gonna see some good shit.
I think we as a society, like we can make fun of Doc Rivers for liking porn and not knowing it's not a cancelable offense. Even if you're married, I don't think liking porn is a cancelable offense. It's funny if you like it on your public Twitter account, especially if you're like a forward. But if it's fucking Kenny from Hangover Time, it's like...
Someone said I did extensive SPO research on Kenny's face. Nah, bro, I was looking for that porn, baby. Somebody said
Kenny's likes were a refuge for men hiding porn from their significant others.
Bro, listen, I know Kenny's taste, and we have the same proclivities. I was like, I bet you got some gold in that motherfucker. I was looking. It wasn't shit.
That brass Photoshop of Kenny on Doc's face, on Doc's body. That was great. That shit killed me.
What a night on Twitter that was.
Someone said Alf hasn't seen porn since he lost his VHS player. I didn't lose that shit.
Alf had the magazines.
They don't have the same. Them AV cord, them AV connections ain't the same no more. You can't hook an HDMI cord up to a fucking VCR. I tried.